never-ending shredding of your legacy. You'll never see a better entity of pure treachery. Exercise the devil in me, renegade of everything. Definitely set on decimating every enemy. The Peel Your Flesh festival's incredible, and best of all, crows pick at your bones like it's Thanksgiving leftovers. Questionable burial, the stench of you's offensive, seeping out the shallow hole. Those are smelling you in stereo. The first I see's the first to go, peel tops off like convertibles. Sludge you're losing got you woozy, nerves blurred like vertigo. Slave to my rhythm, you'll be maimed in a minute. Now the pain that you're living's like a brain aneurysm. Slip your veins with the scissor, blood will drain out by the pint. Fiends will crave for their dinner like in 30 days a night. How's it feel to fact your food, hunt you like a caribou? You're my victim, claws are grabbing you to rip the organs out of you. You don't wanna cross paths with someone demonic. Introducing Lucifer, your future's looking gruesomer. You don't wanna cross paths with someone demonic. Murderous, chaotic, only urges to demolish. You don't wanna cross paths with someone demonic. Introducing Lucifer, your future's looking gruesomer. You don't wanna cross paths with someone demonic. Leave you catatonic, dead and stinking like some vomit. It's the earth-eating demon here to feed upon the breathing. All the hurt you'll be receiving certifies you not dreaming. Enslaved in my dark dimension, never to be free. Where there's angels in the architecture, devils in debris. See, the common observation of creation is abomination. God and Satan obviously not cooperating. Dominating like a model, sodomized by Saddam Hussein. Exonerated in the 80s by Ronald Reagan. Mom crime related, I'm a drama making vagrant. Busy desecrating, raping like there ain't nothing that's sacred. Inside my masquerade, my followers are drinking Kool-Aid. And you won't feel the razor cut your neck until it's too late. The harbinger of a horror, scar you with a sharp katana blade. Spread your organs on my bread like orange marmalade. Yo, it's shocking and provocative the way I'm chopping limbs. Next your soul is swallowed up and brought to where the goblins live. You don't wanna cross paths with someone demonic. Introducing Lucifer, your future's looking gruesomer. You don't wanna cross paths with someone demonic. Murderous, chaotic, only urges to demolish. You don't wanna cross paths with someone demonic. Introducing Lucifer, your future's looking gruesomer. You don't wanna cross paths with someone demonic. Leave you catatonic, dead and stinking like some vomit.
Oh yeah, fuckers. Nothing sacred, bitches. I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
I'm Cruise Control.
And that was...
I'm Mr. Hyde.
Yes, yes. On the phone. And we have, that was, you just heard, Introducing Lucifer. So,
yes,
great fucking song.
Yes, from the new, is it a new album? How old is this shit? I mean, this
well, it dropped Halloween night, Devil's Night.
Yeah. So from Evil Never Dies.
Evil Never Dies. Yes.
From Mr. Hyde.
This is a Nothing Sacred interview, so yeah. Go ahead, Max. I'm sorry. I'll not interrupt you anymore.
I gotta say, Hyde, man, you took it back to Barn of the Naked Dead on this one, dude. Like every line is great, you know, on these songs, man. Just bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man. I mean, I spent a lot of time on it, a lot of work, you know, just trying to keep everything a notch up for my last project. You know, basically, it's a simple recipe for me, but it's a difficult one. I always try to outdo my last thing. So whatever I did last, I try to outdo it. That's my way to stay on top of myself and on top of the game, you know.
Yeah. Well, it's your recipe for the wicked, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's my recipe for the wicked, exactly. Which is that's a shout out to one of the tracks on the album for sure.
Man.
For the baby that got aborted from the show.
The baby that got aborted.
Still hanging on the wall.
Yeah, we're basically taking that. We're cutting that out and replacing it with an implant. So
yeah, that means people have to go buy the album to hear that one.
Yeah, you
right?
actually have to go buy the album. You have to buy an album. This is 2016.
See, that's how the black market works. You abort my baby, but then somebody buys it on the black market.
Hey, it is kind of like the music business.
Yeah, right. I'm telling you.
Which is kind of funny, man, because now, you know, you're still doing music in this time where everybody's downloading shit and fucking stealing things and.
Right. You know, I thought you were going to say I'm still doing music when I'm like 60 years old now.
Well, you know, shit, maybe.
But that's the whole point of the album. Evil Never Dies, you know. So like, that was the whole, that was my segue. I set myself up for that.
Well, you know, that's the other thing, man. Because I went to a hip hop show last night, and I really thought I was like, God damn, I'm the oldest fucker in here. So how do you feel now? You know, kind of being a little bit older in the game, man. You know, you're not like these 22-year-old kids, man. You know.
Well, Max, that would go for you for anything, unless you went to like a big band show or something like that.
Dude, that's last week. When I was at Willie Nelson, man, I fit right in, homie.
Yeah, fuck you. You're older than Willie Nelson, motherfucker. All right, listen, yeah, I mean, I know. As far as like nowadays, everybody's downloading or they're trying to get shit for free or like pirating or whatever the fuck they do, or everybody's just, you know, like YouTube or whatever. Like they'll just play YouTube playlists instead of buying somebody's album, and it's cool. I mean, you get views and the YouTube thing. That's all good, but you know, it's also dope to support, you know, underground artists, struggling artists that have been doing their thing for, you know, for a long time. They you know, they depend on those sales. But it's tough, but, you know, I keep my diehard fan base. So every time I drop something new, this cult following and this cult family fan base that stuck with me since the beginning will always, like, purchase my new shit. So that kind of helps me stay relevant and stay, you know, stay with a little bit of, with a couple of dimes in my pocket.
How does it work with, how do you feel about the new trend, and do you get anything, has it worked out for you, for the new trend for, like, things like Spotify and Pandora? Could you get your stuff on those things, and do you actually generate any kind of shit from those, like profit, or is it useful at all besides just exposure?
Yeah. I mean, this album, this is the first album where everything is basically under my publishing, so it's going to be the first time I get Spotify residuals and things like that, because it's kind of new, you know, the whole streaming, the Spotify thing.
Mm-hmm.
So my other albums were just basically iTunes and things like that, which I do pretty well. It's going good. But as far as the Spotify and the Pandora, I haven't gotten the first check yet. So I have to get back to you on that.
Oh.
You know what's funny?
I think my digital and my streaming comes every 3 months, and the album hasn't been out 3 months.
Oh, well, we'll have to update on that in January, so see if you got gypped by those motherfuckers.
Yeah, you gotta let me know.
They're not motherfuckers yet.
I'll let you look at my account balance.
Right now, they're business
yeah.
partners. If they don't get your cash, then they're motherfuckers. Yeah.
Get your magnifying glasses out.
Hey, you know what though? And it's funny you brought that up, because you're right. Normally, you wouldn't bother to even do that, because you used to, back in the days, it was just you weren't getting airplay. So why even fuck with all that, right?
Right, exactly. The publishing wasn't. I mean, you know, under Psycho+logical and all that stuff, I have, you know, but basically only college radio will play my shit anyway. But it's good to have, you know, if your stuff gets featured in a movie or something like that, and that's what I'm kind of aiming toward anyway. I'm sitting in my house wondering why the fuck is guys like Rob Zombie not using Mr. Hyde music. You know, it's just basically like people like that should be basically using my stuff in their movies. Because you know, that's my new angle. I'm trying to like get into that area.
It might be because your music is actually more original than most of those movies, so it actually outstage. No, I'm serious. Most of those movies are shit, man. That, you know.
Wonderful, Rob. If you're listening, you just ruined my chance to get into your movies.
Yeah, I know.
No, I hear you. But, you know,
I gave you the opportunity to defend.
I know Rob is a big. He's influenced by like a lot of the old horror movies and a lot of them.
Oh, I know,
you know,
man.
He's paying homage to stuff. Like I thought, to keep it real, I thought the new movie 31, the plot was a total ripoff of The Running Man. Like it's the same like story of The Running Man. You got to stay alive, and the hunters come out and try to kill you, and that type of thing, and you got to kill them to stay alive.
See, I didn't mind the Devil's Reject and House of 1,000 Corpses. Those were okay. Those were okay.
Even though there was a lot of similarities to Texas Chainsaw Massacre in those movies.
True. He's homage, but the Halloween, man, I'm sorry. I'm a Halloween fan. I'm an original Halloween fan.
Yeah, I could appreciate that for sure. Yeah.
So, anyways, he's cool, man. It's all good.
Yeah, I could see that definitely. No, I agree with you on that.
Well, because they've done so much shit to it, and so many different people have gotten a hold of it, starting fucking with it.
Yeah. Some of these remakes should never be made, like the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. I couldn't even believe how bad that was.
Oh, that was horrible.
And then they're trying to remake Hellraiser. So yeah, bro, just fucking leave it alone. You're not gonna do Pinhead better than the fucking original Pinhead. Like you're not gonna do, you know what I'm saying? Like once in a while they'll come out with a good one with like. I enjoyed The Hills Have Eyes remake. But that's a dope director. That guy, Alexandre Aja, he's ill. But, like, you know, once in a while you get a cool one. But leave it alone. Man. But if a movie's a super classic, it doesn't have to be remade.
Yep, that's I could go on about the damn Elm Street movie. That freaking he's not a child rapist. He may be a child molester. No, he was a child murderer. That's worse than a child. Fucking, it's worse to take children and just murder.
Actually,
never mind.
Didn't we watch the bootleg of that Cruise Control at your place?
Yeah, we watched it. Then it was I think it was your place or something like that. But anyway, yeah, it was. It was shit, man.
Oh, let
most
me
new
find
music.
out. Netflix and chill. Let me find out, you guys.
Oh yeah, a little bottle of wine and all that shit.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, that's the way we roll,
You don't
man.
know whose pants are whose after. I know where you guys are coming from. Motherfuckers.
Yeah, he played Freddy Krueger, and I was like, "Hey, here's some burn bomb, baby. I'm gonna blow some all over your face. Some freaking here's some fire extinguisher foam, Freddy."
Just like Freddy Krueger, you know what I'm saying?
Wake up with scratches on your back and fucking fruitcakes.
Yeah, I'll walk around with just his fucking his red and green sweater on with my balls hanging low. You know, like
There you go. And listen, it's good for the holidays too. The red and green sweater.
absolutely. The fucking hat
Right
keeps
on
falling off
time.
though. I used to use the hat to like grip onto, but unfortunately it won't allow me to anymore. Because it stick to the burns on his head would stick to his hat, so it'd be like handles.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. He
No,
got dry.
I listen. I know how you guys get down. It's all good. Listen, let's get back to my music before everybody.
Before it gets really gay, yeah, right.
Broadcasting live from Chelsea, Max Silverhammer.
Yeah. No, this shit is dope though, man. I like I said, listening to this, because your last one, If It Bleeds, We Can Kill It, that was a mixtape, right?
Well, kind of. What happened with that was all the fans were like on my back. Like, when are you gonna drop something new? When are you gonna drop something new? So basically, I said, you know what? I'm gonna do a bunch of brand new verses over classic industry beats, and basically destroy those beats better than the original artist did, and give people brand new verses. Actually, there's a couple of original tracks on there too, but I was like, I wasn't ready to get into my mode and drop a brand new original Hyde album with all fresh brand new production. Honestly, the production that I was being handed wasn't really blowing me away at the time. So I figured I'm not going to go wrong with I couldn't go wrong with like the dopest classic hip hop beats with my new lyrics. So I was like, let me feed them that, and it did pretty well. I got a lot of good reviews on that. But as far as the official 100% brand new production and all that, this new album is it's where it's at. There's nothing like it.
Who's doing the production, man? Because I know Necro for a while had a Southern guy that was doing a lot of beats for him. I can't remember.
I don't know about that. I know that every Necro album is 100% produced by Necro. I don't know about a Southern producer. I don't know anything about that.
I thought he had some other dude doing some shit for him for some reason for a while.
Maybe it could have been a collabo or something. I don't know. But yeah, or maybe a remix, maybe some kind of remixes. But yeah, no, I had a bunch of different producers, like real dope. A lot of them are just fans that wound up becoming like really dope producers. I have this one dude who did Much of Madness, More of Sin. He did the remix of Hail the Villains, and he did Rhyme to Murder. His name is Hueco. Hueco. He's from Spain, and he's really ill. He's been working with a lot of different artists who work with Psycho Realm and a couple of different people that he's been doing shit with. But he's upcoming. And then the guy who did Introduce to Lucifer, this guy named Kotard, he's from Brazil. He's really dope. The guy who did Recipe for the Wicked is Slash 47. He's from Russia. So a lot of European producers just coming out of the woodwork with fire. And they sent me a whole bunch of beats. I mean, the dudes were sending me like 50 beat packs. Like 50 beats in a pack, and I was just going through them all. You just choose which one
you wanted.
Yeah, man. I mean, and these guys are just they came off ill with these beats. I mean, the beats for New York Launch Heads is crazy. Bro. That dude Kotard, that shit is sick. I mean, it gave you that 90s hip hop cypher feel,
Mm-hmm.
with a bunch of MCs rapping on it. What?
They all kind of seem to have that, which is great. I love that sound.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the golden era, man. That's what I grew up on. So, I try to keep my shit. Put it this way: I put out music that I want to listen to. You know what I mean? I want to hear that type of shit. So, along with the horror influence, along with being evil and brutal and all that stuff, but basically that 90s feel is how I came up and how I want to keep hip hop there. With the hip hop that I love, I want to keep it like that.
Well, speaking of New York lawn chairs, why don't we'll go into that in just a second? I guess would be.
That's a
good.
Yeah. You see my other segue. See what I did there?
Yeah. See, that's the thing. We both. See, I caught on. See, I rode that wave, so it's all good, man.
I'm coming for your job. That's what's happening here.
It's all good.
It's gonna be Maxwell and Hyde soon doing this shit, huh?
That actually has a great sound
old,
to
so,
it, man.
I'm
Maxwell and Hyde.
Going
Cool.
to radio now.
So listen, what? Okay, now I got to ask you, how did you come? What does that title even mean? New York Lawn Chairs.
Well, basically, there's a sample in the song from the Jerky Boys, and it's like you'll hear it when you play at the beginning of the track. And that was just a classic shit that I always used to listen to the Jerky Boys and crack up with the prank phone calls. So the dude Sal Rosenberg says, like he had somebody call about an ad in the paper about lawn equipment, and the guy's like, "What do you got for sale?" And the guy's like, "I have lawn chairs." And he goes, "What else you got?" He goes, "I got other lawn chairs." Like he's breaking the guy's balls, you know. So I just thought it was funny, and I threw it in there just to be random and nostalgic about shit. And then when you look at it, like we're a bunch of New York rappers on it, all underground New York rappers that are in the street like a lawn chair. So like, I kind of like did my linkage thing, you know.
I thought it was like laid out like a lawn chair, like we're gonna leave you laid out like a lawn chair or something.
Well, you know, I guess you could do the double meaning. I didn't intend it that way, but if you want to make me even more, you know, a genius.
Come on now. He did. He intended it like that.
Yeah, man, just make sure
you know, I got all those double meanings and triple meanings. Yeah.
Fucking decipher.
When you got to re-release that album, man, because you run out of physical copies, make sure you put, Maxwell Silverhammer on the fucking.
Oh yeah, you got it, man. Yeah, he turns my album into like a Stairway to Heaven, Led Zeppelin, triple meaning, quadruple meaning of the song. Hey, fuck it.
Well, take a moment and listen carefully for the triple and quadruple meanings in the song. Here is New York Lawn Chairs from the album Evil Never Dies from Mr. Hyde. We'll be back in a few minutes, excuse me, on the Nothing Sacred interview.
I have lawn chairs.
That's all?
No. I have other lawn chairs.
Yeah. Lyrical butchery. Hey yo, I'm more than confident that soon you're sure to be a goner for your horrible incompetence. I got a low tolerance, stomping you, dissolving through your armor. It's alarming, under clobbering. I deal it so astonishing, you're vomiting. My Glock will sing bang bang like Nancy Sinatra. Spit and leave your body shaking like you dancing at cha-cha. Guys will watch when you're alone, then invade your home, fucker. Let the chrome buck the thunder and disrupt your bone structure. I'd be more than happy to hack out portions of your scapula, just like an apple's cut, scattered into salad chunks. Show the sledgehammer swung like a gladiator does, coming at you like the champ. I cap you with a spot of blood. We some thug rap savages. My rabid wolves are ravenous, surrounding you like maggots. We gon' leave your head cavernous. Doesn't matter who you motherfuckers think you are. Your beating hearts are getting squashed into a peanut butter jar.
Catch me in the core in a van with 3 bodies, chopped up in 3 duffel bags with 3 shotties. Hunted down the school zone riding with 3 roddies. Passenger side, I'm getting head from your mommy. The neighborhood naughty, razor fights in the lobby. Kidnap your bitch and stuff her buttholes with mollies. West Craven, that smut Ducati or Punani. Bury motherfuckers alive, the new hobby. Whips, chains, and torches, drinks from Bill Cosby. Serial killer, David Berkowitz posse. Box seats, horror show, Dominican Rocky. Machete swinging, drug slinging, niggas can't stop me. Bulldozer raps, I fling iron, break concrete. My coca have your face stiff, Muhammad Ali. Rolling after hours in Hillside with Punjabi. Nuts so fuck a fair one, shoot up your party.
That's all?
No. I have other lawn chairs.
Razor blade through the side of your cheek. It's a homicide whenever I collide with the beat. You don't wanna see me or Mr. Hyde on the street, cause a smack will probably crack about 5 of your teeth. Slide with your niece, hit her with the dick of a light. Flick of the knife, will have you niggas wishing for Christ. As soon as I picked up the mic, they said this nigga is nice. Then I started running through the streets, screaming fucking life. I'm a beast, man, running with the beast, man. Running all these streets and gunning at police, and I got knockout power in each hand, and a chick that'll suck blood out your dick just like a leech, fam. Yup, you could brutally get the business. I told my wolves that your jewelry's on my wish list. They bring it back as a gift like it was Christmas, so I toss them a couple stacks like a discus.
I got no time for criticism, I'm winning on split decision. The spigot is sick of spitting, I rip you like quick division. My temper is short, cops sent the report. If you snitching, I don't care, I get revenge in the court. Throw a chair with the judge, shoot a flare with your mug. We like the 365, we be tearing the club. Anybody could get it, forget it, pull a shotty and set it, leave your body beheaded. Whole lobby get ready like we bombing a clinic. Wrong, every song is a gimmick. We out of this world, you can say beyond every limit. Off of the radar, play hard, rappers best stay far. These young thugs mumbling, singing some gay bars. Homophobic to most, get you roast with the toast. Leave it physical, critical, hit your ghost with a dose. Living the lifestyle front, yeah, we knocking your lights out. We iced out, front row, watching the fight bout.
He said bad, awful things.
That's all?
No. My head was bashed apart.
Yeah, New York motherfucking pit bulls in the building. You fuck with Nutso, your head gets
Bashed apart.
hot. You fuck around with Nems and your head gets
Bashed apart.
That's right, son. You fuck around with AL, your head gets
Bashed apart.
Okay, you stinky scumbag motherfuckers. You just heard New York Lawn Chairs off my new album, Evil Never Dies. That's the Mr. Hyde album that you should be buying and listening to. Featuring Nutso, Nem, and AL Skills. Those are all my boys. Those are all my New York Lawn Chairs, my New York pit bulls.
Hey,
So
you know
I
what,
hope
dude?
you enjoyed it. I hope you smacked your fucking wife to it, and you enjoyed it thoroughly, you know?
Wow.
You know what, man? I gotta say, everybody on that track was dope. I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
hell yeah.
it's rare when you hear, you know, features and stuff like that. Like, not everybody's good, but in this case, man, everybody just came with some fucking great lines on that song.
Yeah, man, I handpicked those dudes. Those are like fucking, you know, also underground aspiring New York artists that are really working hard in the grind, and that, you know, I had to represent the fans. I had to shed some light on them because, you know, I want to bring to light that essence, like those people that might not be getting the play that they deserve, or the you know, like people hearing them like they deserve to be heard. Like those dudes are ill, and they've been in the game a long time making music. So hopefully I put some people onto some ill lyricists from New York.
Actually, you know what? Now I'm gonna do my selfish thing and ask you, did they have anything out? Because I think I might go grab their shit.
Of course, man. That's what it was. That's what it's for. It's for that cross promotion. You know, my dude, the second dude on the track, Nutso, just dropped an album called Red Sunday. It was produced by Domingo, 100% produced by Domingo, who happens to be a producer for Cool G Rap. And Nutso's album is out right now. It's called Red Sunday. I have a feature on it. I'm on the track called Brutal Sadistic on that album. It's actually all Queens, New York MCs that feature on that album. It's kind of a compilation. So that shit is fire, man. The beats are really ill. A lot of ill collabos on there. AL Skills is doing his thing on the lyrics. He's always in the cut, always dropping new shit, singles, doing shows in the New York area. And Nems is on the grind all the time too. You know, so you know, those are all. I see Nems constantly up on all the New York radio shows on Sirius Radio, and he's doing his thing.
Man, speaking of that, because Nems actually, I don't know which one I like best, man. I liked them all, but I really like Nems had some great fucking lines in there, man. So, but
you mean besides my verse, right? You motherfucker.
Oh well, yeah, of course. 'Cause, you know, I'm talking about like all you guys, all four of you just came on.
I'm only kidding. I don't care if people, you know, love whoever. That's what it's dope. It's the competition of it too. Like we all get amped because we all know that we're ill spitters, and we'll get amped. Like the same deal when I get on a track with Necro, or like back in the day on Circle of Tyrants when I'm on a track with, you know, Necro and Bill, and I'm like, you know, I gotta fucking come with my best shit. So you know that you get a bunch of ill spitters, and everybody tries to come with their best shit just to keep the track amazing. You know, keep that energy.
You ever have anybody?
You don't want to be the weak link, you know.
You ever have anybody like who, like, I know you see you promote people who have shit that's going on now, but you have anybody who's like, you know, that personally who's like, you know, they can spit, you know, they got good lyrics, and you're like, just come on this album, just try it once, just to like have them like, I mean, because you know if they're gonna bring something, they're gonna bring it well, but they're just not sure about doing that kind of shit, or is it all just people that have already been out? Like, do you have anybody that you just like want to promote?
I mean, you know, I actually did that on If It Bleeds You Can Kill It. I did it. The dude who I was in my first hip hop group with, X-Lib. The name of the group was Catch 22, and that was my first hip hop group when I was like 14 and shit. So like basically, he was, you know, my partner in crime back then, and he just went a different route. He became like an accountant and shit, and he's doing real well. Like he's like an accountant for Ralph Lauren, Polo or whatever. So he's doing his thing, but he can really spit. And if you check out, like, if it believes in utility, he's on a track called The Fugitives, and we just dropped this whole story about being fugitives and on the run and shit. It's just crazy. But he's, he's one of those dudes that not many people know about because his career never really got started. But but he's not in the game. But he's dope. So like, I always try to bring him out of retirement or something.
So that's right. I remember Fugitive on If It Bleeds, We Can Kill It. And that's the dude, huh? He's an accountant?
Yeah, man. He's like the head accountant for like for Ralph Lauren, like the Chinese chapter. Like he's in Hong Kong, like running the whole Chinese chapter of Ralph Lauren. Yeah, so he's on some money making shit out there. But
but if you got that, why not do it?
I can't say he made the wrong choice, but he could definitely spit. He could rap.
Do you still use and this is like a theme for me in terms of just the changing in technology. Do you still use standard studios? Do you go to an actual studio to do your stuff, or do you just have it just imported to someone's house or your own place, or do you have your own setup now that you do this?
I use a studio. Shout out to my boy Multiple Blastoff.
Awesome.
He's my boy and my engineer at the Dragon's Lair. We go to the Dragon's Lair studio. Home of the Fire Spitters. That's where we go. It's just an ill studio in the hood in Bushwick, Brooklyn, New York. And we rock there, man. If you go to my website, www.mrhydemerch.com, the link to that studio is there too. So
awesome. See, I like that. I like that idea because I still think there's a definite place for that for serious musicians. Because as Maxwell knows,
and everybody who recorded on Lawn Chair is recorded at that studio there. So usually when I do features, if it's New York, if it can be done, I like to have everybody record in the same studio together because it helps the vibe of the track, I think.
So you still see that a lot. Like that seems like a new thing too. Is the mail order, almost mail in lyrics? Like they send you shit and then you splice it into a song, and it's not the same as being in the studio.
That's a good point. I mean, I think like 85% nowadays is all just Pro Tools session and send it and email it.
And Dropbox. Don't forget
Dropbox. Yeah. Oh, yeah, my verses and the files in the Dropbox. Just take it and, do whatever you want. And then some other dude in, like, Nebraska mixes it,
And, like, you've never even heard that shit before. You're like, hey, oh, well, that's pretty good. I'm glad it's good. Oh, that's good. It's good.
I think it added to the continuity of the sound of the album that, like, pretty much the whole album was recorded and mixed at the same studio, and like, most of the vocals, 90% of the vocals were dropped at the same studio.
Yeah, because I think part of the problem nowadays is that it's like as Maxwell knows full well by getting all these spams about these people who do their bedroom fucking epics,
boogies?
Bedroom boogies is what you call it.
Yeah. You get the fucking cat meowing in the background and shit.
Yeah, and it's like, and they think they can do that, and the standard's so low now because while you can do some high quality stuff, people think that's just as high quality as studio shit. When I could do the same thing.
That's what we call the basement recordings. You know what I'm saying? Where you hear the fucking mother calling the kids to dinner in the background. Nah, fuck that shit.
No, but I still think that's becoming a norm, and so you're hearing more of the stuff on there's YouTube shit that's on the radio now.
Yeah, man. People like the recipe now. They just grab some fucking old beat off YouTube and then bring it into like somebody's basement studio and record on somebody else's beat and then put out a track, and now all of a sudden you're a fucking rapper. Really, you should be fucking rapping your fucking some kind of a belt around your neck and hanging yourself. Don't pretend to be a rapper.
That's hey, well, the guy that dissed me, man, he recorded his shit on a phone.
Yeah, well, there you go. I mean, if you're not doing a 20-year sentence in jail, then you shouldn't be recording songs on the phone.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, hell, on a cell phone.
I wouldn't be surprised if some prisons have studios now. So that wouldn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody's fucking
you're right.
Shit set up like that. That's a good
business for them.
Actually,
instead of working for commissary, you work for fucking studio time.
Yeah.
Mop the floor for some fucking jail studio time.
Man, I got 2 hours just because I set the tables and shit.
Boy,
exactly. I'm on the food cart. I'm recording the track later. I got to do extra food.
You talk back to me, boy. You're going to dock you 16 bars. You ain't going to be fucking...
Yeah, they're going to be playing spades and crazy eights for studio time.
Yeah. That's, well, speaking of getting prison and shit, what happened, man? You and Necro were out in, I think, Australia or somewhere, man. He posted and you guys got arrested?
We get arrested all the time, bro. When we go on tour, a lot of times like some crazy shit will happen, or somebody will, some drunk fuck will start some shit while we're on stage, and we're not like every other rapper. We're very much like, if you disrespect us at our show, we're not having it. So, that's just part of it. I mean, we want everybody to have a good time and enjoy the show, but if a lot of times they get real rowdy, drunk, crazy, and our music is crazy, so we bring out the crazies, and so like sometimes shit happens, and we get a little too hood for a little too gangster for our own good sometimes, and shit happens. And nowadays the whole thing is everybody snitches. It's not like you want to be tough and jump on stage and fuck with us, but then when you get hurt, you want to call the police and rat us out or fucking press charges. So it's a fine line you got to walk like nowadays with tour and stuff. But yeah, just recently we got banned from Switzerland because one of our friends was in the pit, and I guess somebody didn't like the pushing in the pit, and they put hands on our friend in the pit. So we jumped in, and there was an altercation, and we ended up busting heads in the pit. and Necro got hit with a lot of charges because of that. Basically because it was a Necro show, he took the full charges and the full blame for that, and now we're banned from a bunch of countries, man, in Europe.
Switzerland.
But I don't think we're banned from Australia.
Oh, okay. I couldn't remember where it was.
Yeah, we did get locked up in Australia a while back, but all that is good now. We're good. We just did an Australian tour.
Okay, so it was a previous tour. That's good. At least you didn't do it on every tour. You kind of skipped a tour.
Yeah, no, I mean,
next
it
tour
happens once in a while, but what happens is if that shit does happen with us, we usually are so brutal that, it makes the news. So it's not just like some little skirmish. It's some, it's usually some serious shit. Somebody loses a tooth or breaks a cheekbone or collarbone.
Or you played a finger off or something,
Or they
Oh yeah, well, that's happened too. So
what was that?
That's
that verse?
Part of the recipe for the wicked.
What was that verse? Smack 5 teeth, and I think it was from all lyrics or something. Smack 5 teeth breaking or something like that from the I don't know. Was it lyric?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think that was Nems. Yeah, you might lose your teeth. Yeah, exactly.
Like, something like that.
but yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. You never know who you're dealing with.
Well, it was interesting because when Necro told the story on I think it was his Twitter or Facebook or something, he was saying like he's in this prison where nobody speaks English. So
right. Yeah, no, that was Switzerland then for sure.
Yeah, it's not going to be Australia, dude. They're not going to be.
Well, you know what I'm saying. It was. Dude,
there's no border. There's no border to cross in Australia, bro. Where it's going to be all non-speaking.
Well, there are some Australians that you wouldn't understand what the fuck they're saying. Backwoods, Crocodile Dundee, motherfuckers. You don't understand what the fuck. You think it's a different language, but it's really English.
Right.
They're speaking English/kangaroo, and you don't know what the fuck is going on. But especially in jail,
Dude, man, I bet
they might not have the best vocabulary.
I bet your life has changed after a Switzerland prison, man. Just fucking all that crazy shit going down there.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
Swiss prison.
It is what it is. We're gonna try. We try to be more, like just a little bit more like, yo, we want to tell the people before we fight with them, like, yo, you gonna call the cops after? Like now it's gonna be like I'm gonna do an interview with our protagonist. Our antagonist.
Before I whoop your ass, can I ask you? Will you call the cops?
Yeah, right, exactly. Oh yeah, you want beef? Are you gonna call the cops? No, you sure? You promise? Pinky swear? All right, now I'll break your fucking head to you.
Well, man, what's funny about that though is, like you said, everybody snitches now, but yet it's such a taboo thing to be a snitch. So it's like, well, why would you?
Yeah. No, those will be the first people rapping about how, like, yeah, snitches get dishes, or they'll be shitting on snitches. Meanwhile, they're the biggest snitch. So it's like, it's really a way of life. If you're gonna be about it, be about it.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost like try to be as fake as you can. Like, okay, well, I'm gonna say
and it gets over. People accept it because then 80% or 90% of the people out there are the same fucking way. So sure,
Yeah. Yep. Just jump on board with that shit.
So what's next? Exactly. What's next on the agenda? We got
Gruesome Twosome Tuesday, which is a track with Hyde and Necro.
Oh yeah, those are the best kind of tracks right there, bro. Fucking the Gruesome Twosome. We got that project in the works. Eventually, it's gonna drop. That's a little group that we do together because we're like the kings of exploitational gore in hip hop, So we'll do that type of style. and we do it. We think that we do it the best. I mean, hopefully you guys think so too. But anyway, the Gruesome Tuesday is fucking crazy. Necro production, Necro murders the verse. He fucking kept me on my toes on that one with the lyrics, you know.
What's that sample you guys use in there? That Gruesome Tuesday.
Oh, that's me. I found that. That's from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That's Danny DeVito.
Oh shit.
That's Danny DeVito in one of the episodes on Gruesome Tuesday. I don't usually give up my samples, but that one I'll let you guys know. But I usually make people dig for the samples. But that particular one is kind of commercial because it's a big show and all, and it's a famous show. But yeah, Danny DeVito was like, "Yo, I rented horror movies. It's Gruesome Tuesday," you know, and he's talking shit. So I was like, "Oh, that's perfect. I gotta grab that."
Well, and I'll throw out too, man. We've been waiting on this Gruesome Twosome project since like 2008.
I know. Yeah, me too. Me too. Believe me, we'll get it done. It's gonna happen for sure. It's just we've got so many other things that, you know, there'd be a new Necro solo, new Hyde solo, all that stuff. That's got to get put out first, you know.
Well, here's a little taste of that. Gruesome Twosome Tuesday. Nothing Sacred interviewing with Mr. Hyde back in a few.
Yeah.
It's Gruesome Twosome Tuesday.
It's a Hyde and Necro classic.
Gruesome.
It's a Hyde and Necro classic.
Twosome.
It's a Hyde and Necro classic.
Gruesome.
It's a Hyde and Necro classic.
Twosome.
Chloroform you, I'm out for a kill. My aura's ill, repentless. You wake up with dogs relentlessly gnawing at your grill. Full clinical examination needed for this cretin's brain treatment. Containment, cynical contamination. You used to fuck guys in prison, you blow pouch. I'll rip your throat out like Swayze in Roadhouse. Flip the biscuit, flip the clip and aim it at you, let it explode out. Your skeletal melon, cerebellum on your pelly, dead on the floor, no doubt. Permit to murder like a Burma insurgent. Insert through your sternum, furnace, burn them on the terra firma, confirm it. Smash your rib in the gym or get wet up like an amphibian from the Caribbean. Pop you in your tibia limb. Get shot to death and sent to the damnation. Devil rotted flesh, smelling worse than fox sanitation level. Won't protect the integrity of the deceased. I'll disrespect, make your wife give me neck while she begs and pleads on her knees. I'm known to laugh, taking photographs, motorboat a tit, shove a Motorola phone up a cunt and load up the clip. Drink a soda, then make the soda can disappear, and a twat then reappear as a shank and cut the skin from ear to ear.
It's a Hyde and Necro classic.
Gruesome.
It's a Hyde and Necro classic.
Twosome.
It's a Hyde and Necro classic.
Gruesome.
It's a Hyde and Necro classic.
Twosome.
Yo, ain't nobody wanting with me, started then we rollin', G. I'll break your jaw with these and leave you ugly like deformities. Knuckle game's insane, but still I'll buck you just the same. I'll slide a nigga's cap to wrap the clap and struck your brain. Wet you with a pistol christening, whichever your religion is. Intelligent and diligent, but quick to flip belligerent. I'll mandate your fate, there's no escaping Satan's handshake. Your face is getting peeled off like the scab under a band-aid. Empty out a clip of motherfuckers, then refill it. These shells will melt you like a stick of butter on a skillet. Yo, I'll burn my foes to beats like a flamethrower's heat. And if you throwin' fists with me, you going to be missing teeth. I'll be scrapping like a gladiator, pack a high damage rating, animating all the animal inside me salivating. Vicious intuition influences my decision, so I'm infamous in wizardry of inflicting scissory. Y'all niggas shook and miserable, my mission's to get rid of you. I'll stick you with the jokes and quickly make myself invisible. I hit you with a fist or two from short or long distance. True, unpredictable, just what the 666 will do.
Gruesome. Twosome. We're the Gruesome Twosome.
Oh yeah, bitches. That was Necro. Oh, actually, Mr. Hyde and Necro.
Oh, dude, you almost fucking gate. Wow, dude.
Yeah. I almost said
Either way,
Necro
listen.
before Hyde.
Listen. That's my brother. It doesn't matter if you introduce him first. I tell you the truth, without a Necro, there wouldn't be a Mr. Hyde. So I don't care if he says his name first.
That's cool.
He was first on the track. Fuck it.
All right, that's cool, but it's interview etiquette. You know, it's like that was Necro. Oh yeah, and Mr. Hyde. We got Mr. Hyde here. No.
How could you? How could you, motherfuckers?
Exactly. Just trying to keep it. So who's the chick on Gruesome Two? I'm sorry, Jesus. On Recipe for the Wicked.
If she was on Gruesome Twosome, she's dead.
Yeah, you chopped her up. That's why she didn't rap.
Yeah, she was already dead. Who's the chick on what?
On Recipe for the Wicked, the one that's doing the hook.
Recipe for the Wicked.
He won't let that go.
Witches from the Shakespeare Hamlet. That's one of the original witches. That's Natasha Nicholson from Ira Hayes. It's a group that my wife was in, and she basically got on the track. She's a dope singer, and she happened to be in the studio that day doing a project with my wife. They were in a group called Velvet Rose together.
Yeah, that's what I saw. Velvet Rose. Yeah, I saw the featuring.
Right.
Rose, yeah.
So like my wife is actually playing keys on that track. She's playing keyboard and organ, and I wrote up a little hook. I was like, yo, Natasha getting there. Sound like, she does like a little witch tackle every once in a while. So I thought she'd be perfect to do like a witch voice and a witchy hook chorus. So that's what we did. It came out perfect. She sounds like one of the witches from fucking like one of those Disney movies with like the evil witch. Like Snow White.
That's the first thing I thought of too. Like, oh wow, that sounds good. Like some Disney shit.
Yeah. I wanted it to sound sinister, like a witch, like stirring up like a brew, some kind of a witch's stew that has like feet in it, and babies.
And that's Max. That's Max's way of slipping Recipe for Witchcraft into the interview.
Yeah, man,
he's still pissed off that you chose Gruesome Twosome Tuesday over that song. So let's not bullshit.
I'm telling you, that's like some great promotion for that track and for the rest of the album. People are gonna actually buy the album just for that.
Of course, man. See, that's what you did. So you knew. See, this is how amazing.
With babies crying.
This is how amazing Mr. Hyde is, and how manipulative and devious he is. He knew that by choosing Gruesome Twosome Tuesday, that Max would be like, "Oh no, I want to talk about this song." So he'd talk about it afterwards to promote that song, so people would go listen to that song to find out what he was talking about.
Dude,
wow,
so you got the 4 tracks, right? That's genius. You got the 4 tracks, but the curiosity for a 5th.
Wow, see, that's amazing, man. Like, dude, you should just call yourself Pinocchio, Max, because you just got strings, and dude, he's just holding you like a puppet, man.
Dude, he's just a marketing master, dude. What can I say? I mean, it's manipulative marketing master.
The whole point of this is that the album is just amazing, and you guys got to go cop it, and you can get hard copies at www.mrhydemerch.com. I will sign it for you. If you leave a note to the buyer, I'll even curse you out. I'll say, to Max, you piece of shit. Enjoy this
you've
album.
Done that before. You do that on Facebook. Why would you send me a note like that?
That's how I greet you. Yeah, that's how we do each other.
Yeah, exactly. So, no, so your wife's not in that band anymore. I actually interviewed them a few years ago, I believe.
I know. Yeah, that's true. That is true. No, she's not in that band anymore. She's actually focusing on her solo career now. She just dropped a single. You guys can go check that out on YouTube. It's called The Haunted House. Her artist name is Sherry Rain. And that's my wife. She's doing a thing. She's going to blow up big because she's more marketable than me. And then I could retire and play video games.
That's pimp shit.
And not have to talk to Max ever again.
Yeah, I know. You would never have to promote your shit again. It's like, you'd be an old guy, sitting at
bro, the only time I'll talk to you is when you got tickets to the Willie Nelson concert. And then we'll just go together,
I'll be like Robert. What was that movie with Robert De Niro and
like old Vegas, when they were in Vegas, right?
Yeah,
like
the old fuckers going to Vegas.
Yeah, that's what I want. That's where I want my life to go. That's how we got to end up like that, man. Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
On my wife's money. On my wife's money.
That's what I'm saying. I'll be like, hey, Mr. Hyde, you gotta come out here, man.
We'll gamble it all away.
Hell yeah.
We'll play the slots like old fucks.
Well, I noticed that just out of curiosity, I noticed that your album and your lyrics, they seem to kind of like really flow with the beats, basically, in terms of they're almost like they're sculpted around them. Do you kind of have an idea of that first, or do you go in terms of writing lyrics and going from that? Do you have the concept and the lyrics just come out, and you wrap the beats around them, or do you hear a beat and then go, oh, I got a concept, and then kind of, or is it a combination of that? How do you get your shit together like that?
Yeah, that's a good question. Actually, yeah. back in the day when I didn't have just so many beats at my disposal, and I would write my verses first, obviously, or like a beat in my head, or use an instrumental somewhere, and just write to it. But usually it would be just out of the thin air, just write a cappella or whatever it would be, or just come up with some kind of flow in my head. But now everything I do, I sculpt my lyrics around the beat. So I'll wait for a beat that inspires me, like I'll get that, and then I'll form a theme to it, or a title or a hook first, and then I'll start writing the lyrics around it. So usually, I have to get inspired by the beat, and that'll inspire the lyrics.
Because it seems like I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but it just seems like in a couple
cool,
of
yeah. So the beat will inspire me, and I'll kind of bring that beat to life with the lyrics, and give it a theme.
So let me ask you this. Oh, sorry, Cruz, you had something?
No, you go ahead, man.
I was saying, for an example, like Recipe for the Wicked, when I heard that beat, it doesn't sound like the rest of the beats on the album. It's not really like, like your classic hip-hop beat that would be boom-bap and just like a steady pace. It kind of sounded like a ghost or something wicked or something really, like sinister in the background, spooky, So I was like, I'm gonna write some wild out witch shit with a hook like that. I just felt like that was the vibe that it gave me.
Because I think that in that is that the one where you wrote the line, the rapture's like Mary showing her tits while she's masturbating.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. Because that was just very the whole kind of followed the same rhyme scheme throughout that whole verse, and I think that seems like I was inspired by that kind of repetitive like
chain rhyming type shit.
Yeah, the way the beat work seemed to like inspire that. So that's why I asked that question. So.
For sure, man. Different beats give me different vibes, and I'll formulate a different type of flow for each type of beat. Whatever kind of vibe it gives me. I definitely have the option nowadays, because I'll have so many beats at my disposal where I can do that, where I can actually write to every beat, and everything that I write is usually going to get put out. So like back in the day, you just write for a hobby. But now everything that I write is potentially going to be either album material or feature material or radio material, or feature on the radio type live material. So, that's one of the good things.
You know what I noticed too, man, is you and Necro are both doing this. How come you guys only do 2 verses per song now instead of 3?
Well, the Howling on my album has 3 verses.
That has 3, yes, but most of your shit had 2.
Yeah, most of it. Yeah, I guess it's kind of like the standard now. So many hip hop songs, it's just over the years it transitioned. I don't know when the time period is that it transitioned that way, but it kind of is like everybody does 2 verses instead of 3 now. I know back in the day, the Sugar Hill Gang would do like 8 verses. It would be like a fucking 8-minute song, 9-minute song.
Probably reflects our short attention span.
I feel like get in there, jig them up, and get out, and leave the people wanting more. I think 2 verses is enough to get your point across, for the most part, unless it's like, really fast beat, and, that's why if a beat goes by really fast, then I'll do 3 verses or something like that. But, I try to keep songs under 4 minutes, just because I don't want shit to get monotonous. Because, in hip-hop, it's not as, the beats don't change up like a live orchestra or a live music type genre would, like there's not that many transitions.
That's true. It's just a straight beat. It's not like
it's a straight beat, right? And the beat is looped, or it's an 8-track or a 4-track, and it'll get repetitive after a while. So like, there's only so many switch ups you could do or changes in the beat that you could do to keep it interesting.
It's also
I kind of if you keep it on 3-4 minutes, it's probably pretty much the standard, I would say.
Yeah, it's also partly because of the short attention span of people.
Oh, definitely, because of
society.
all you fucking idiots out there, and the internet and technology dumbing everybody down. Now you lose out. Now you get 2 verses instead of 3. You fucking ADD motherfuckers.
Yep, exactly. Well, I gotta say, you and Necro started it, man. Everybody's following you guys. That's what I say.
Oh, he's putting the blame on you, man.
No. I'm not saying not a blame. It's good. It's good, man.
Listen, dude, this is beef, dude. This is starting beef, dude. It's shit's happening here, dude.
We'll take credit for that. That's just another thing we invented. Fuck it.
Yeah,
that's
see?
it. Well, that's what I'm saying. You guys were tight with that shit, man. You guys start the trends. You don't follow the trends. You guys start them. So
there you go. Sounds good. And plus, yeah.
Nice
plus
save there, Max.
lazy.
Nice save, dude. I was trying to fuck shit up, man. I wanted some drama on our show, man. I wanted some hits, man. I wanted to generate some shit,
fuck
man.
You, Hyde.
Fuck you, Hyde, man.
We figure it like that, man. When you hear Gruesome Twosome Tuesday, I think people get their full. Our stuff is very rewindable. You could listen to we might have only done 2 verses, but you could rewind those and listen.
There's a
to
lot
them
of
again
shit packed in there, which is actually what I was trying to do. I was trying to get you to get all pissed off, have some shit going, so you make a diss track of Maxwell, so I could laugh my ass off of the shit you'd say about him. So that's
that's easy. That would be easier to write than the Michael Jackson diss track.
Yeah, that's
I give it up
which is the best diss track of all time. Forget about the L Cool J battle, the fucking cannabis. Forget all that. Forget the Nas Ether. The best battle track and diss record of all time is Billie Jean 2005. Me and Neck were destroying Michael Jackson over the Billie Jean beat.
Oh, that was awesome. I love that shit. I play that all the time, especially like when Michael Jackson.
I hear that, I still laugh. I still laugh at that when I hear it.
Oh, yeah. Balloon fights in trees, Billie Jean is now Billy John or whatever the hell you said.
Yeah. Little Billie Jean. Yeah, right. Little Billy John. No, I'm telling you, we were cracking up hysterical writing it in the studio, so we knew it was going to be jewels.
It was fun shit. So, man, what's happening for the psychological camp, man? What are we gonna hear next?
I know Neckler's dropping a whole bunch more new singles, and a new album is definitely on the horizon. I know he mentioned something about Death Rap Part 2, and that'll be fucking insane. And I know he wanted to do something about with Sex Assist Part 2, which should be insane also. I'm gonna probably drop something later on this year called Mr. Hyde Presents Creature Features, which is basically a compilation of all features I've done over the last couple of years. Like, basically, I'll do a lot of collabos and features, and they might not get heard in my fan base, or they might get released overseas or something like that from an overseas fan or artist or group, and it might not get the exposure that it needs to get. And but I like to re-release that type of stuff to my fan base where, they don't miss out on Mr. Hyde goodies, that they might have otherwise missed out because it was released maybe in Poland or something,
Right. Well, that's
but there might be some classic tracks and some originals that'll be on there or some brand new features on that track. I'll do a couple of brand new originals and release the whole compilation of Mr. Hyde feature features.
You guys touring? You touring anytime soon? Again, I know you mentioned touring before, but anything coming up that you need you want to promote or anything coming up?
We're working on it, man. I mean, promoters holler at us, bro. I mean, I got a brand new album out. Holler at me. I mean, any country that I'm not banned from, I'm willing to go to. So I have something. I have something in the works for the U.S.
What about Vegas? Vegas, man. We haven't.
Oh yeah, Vegas. I actually have something in the works for the U.S. for March and April. Just waiting for the promoter to get back to me and do the final deal on that. But I'm supposed to be doing around 20 dates in the Midwest, and then it trickles back to the East Coast. So that's definitely going to happen. I would say this year.
Because I'd love
the U.S. is no problem.
Vegas, if you were in Vegas, I'd come see you, man. No doubt. I'd be like, oh shit.
We just did Vegas. I think maybe a year and a half ago. About a year and a half ago, we did a whole West Coast tour. Yeah, man, you missed out on that one. We were on the Strip, right across the street from the Heart Attack Grill.
Oh, at LVCS? You were at Las Vegas Country Saloon?
Maybe upstairs. It was like an upstairs venue.
Yep, and it's got like a wooden floor and shit. Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Right, it's right across the street from that Heart Attack Grill or whatever. Yeah.
Damn it, I would have loved to have seen that, man. It's, of course, you never, somebody that it just closed down. Last night was the final show there, as a matter of fact. So that place is closed.
Yeah. So. We were just there, so definitely. But yeah, but now we're working on something with a promoter for the West Coast, for a West Coast run. I'm sure Vegas will be included.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna
we could do that old fart thing in Vegas, Yeah.
Well, that's it. That's it. Just bring your colostomy bag and fucking Viagra and all the old people shit,
Yeah, you can bring your CPAP. He can bring his Viagra.
Max needs the Viagra for Netflix and chill with you.
Hey, no, you know what? Actually, it's Cialis I like, man. That's my shit.
Oh, Cialis. Yeah, there's no side effects of nausea, right?
Right. Especially when I swallow something that I shouldn't, you know.
Oh,
Right. Oh God!
Goodness.
All right.
All right.
And this
So
concludes our interview.
with that alarming vision, what's the last song on this? Shit, I'm drawing a blank.
Well, before we jump into that, man, we want to spit again your website, man,
website
or any
and stuff. Yeah,
shit?
absolutely. Thank you.
Oh
guys.
yeah. All fans, you guys can follow at me. My Twitter is Mr. Hyde PLR at twitter.com. My Instagram handle is Mr. Hyde 666777. The Facebook is Mr. Hyde /Facebook. You know, basically go to my fan page because my personal pages are like overloaded, so like they don't let me add any. Facebook /Mr. Hyde, right? No, not the PLR on there. Just Facebook /Mr. Hyde is the fan page. That's the one I check the most because the personal page is like overloaded and kind of like you can't add any more people. So I feel bad when people try to add me on those. Facebook puts a limit on you, but there's no limit to the amount of likes you could give it to the Mr. Hyde fan page. So do that. And then we got and then we got www.mrhydemerch.com. That's where you can buy all things Mr. Hyde, from CDs to merchandise, bandanas to Cialis.
And that will be the one that I place.
Oh shit!
Yeah. It has a little H instead of a little S and the V, and it has a little H there for you. And you take that and you become. You fuck like a Beastman when you take that.
Well, Mr. Hyde merch will be in the down bar below, basically, so you can click on that, so you can go straight to buy his shit.
Take the Mr. Hyde Viagra pills. Your girlfriend will stop cheating on you.
If you
don't, you know what? Hey, when you're hitting those walls, she'll be screaming a demon chant.
Yes. Oh, wow. That was a very blunt and almost terrible segue there. But, hey, you know what? We're going to have to go with that shit. So yeah, click on the Mr. Hyde merch. You probably won't see Viagra, but you'll see a bunch of kick-ass music and other shit you can buy there. So buy something while you're there.
Get your shit autographed.
Absolutely.
Get your shit autographed. I have incredible handwriting, you motherfuckers.
It's incredible handwriting.
Man, calligraphy.
Yeah, man. You could hang that shit up and frame it.
Absolutely, and you will want to because Max has it framed, as well.
I do, man, right above my bed.
You know how important pictures are to Max. All right, anyway, so it's a demon chant, and off the album "Evil Never Dies." Mr. Hyde, thanks for coming on, man.
Of course, man, anytime.
All right, so we're gonna go out with this. This has been the Nothing Sacred interview. I am Cruise Control,
and I am Maxwell Silverhammer.
I am Mr. Hyde.
And that's the story there. Bitches! All right, see you later. Demon chant. Evil never dies.
Enter my dimension of demented sentences. I'm inventing an adventure representative of sin. Souls are sent to where the wild things dwell, a poison hell. Once the demons sniff the meal, can't avoid the sense of smell. Mind losing no composure, the madness taking over. There's fangs in your face if you aggravate the cobra. Big bats bash till your head is in fragments. Faster clap kids, pulling metal like magnets. Attack you, I got you, to split your cap tube. Leave you crooked on the ground, looking busted like plaid suits. Relieve you on your wallet in a flash when I grab loot. Your brains in my blender, so for lunch we could have soup. Untouchable vandals, such a clutch a few hands full of sharp instruments to spark incidents. So get set for disaster, shorten breath like a asthma. Slice the head off a rapper like a velociraptor. Street veteran master, rugged bringer of rain. Point your finger and blame me for your lingering pain. See we creeping and maim you in a matter of seconds with an avid selection of extravagant weapons. Mr. Hyde, you'll be scared to come outside. Fucking tearing out your eyes by the pair if I decide. See, I'll never let you in, you're lucky if I let you live. If I approach you with a robbery, I suggest you give. See, my Glock has got the slugs that in future hold your death. Yo, I breathe with aqua lungs and a locomotive breath. I move like a phantom lord and strike like I'm God. Now with your fate to suffocate like you was fighting a blob. I got corpses in my closet that still haven't decayed, but living plush compliments to my spectacular maid. Every time I'm done recording, I come back with the plague. And even though I own guns, I'm always packing a blade. I'm pulling names out of hats, blowing brains out with gats, cutting veins with an axe, blood stains on my slacks. Cock back the tech a 9 and get ready to bust. Shots at your neck and spine, you're red like a cherry slush. Show I like very much to leave you in a wheelchair. Come and brush open cuts with me and catch a real scare. I can't even feel bad for my victims because Savior Satan gives the orders and I reap the rewards.
It's the end, say goodbye. All your fears come alive. In darkness, angels cry. Demons chant, Mr. Time to
Beware these children. Behind their fiery, hypnotic eyes lurk the demon forces of another world.